Hello and welcome to episode 2 of City Skylines, Coolsville edition. A lot of progress since last episode. I have replaced the roundabout that was handling all my traffic coming off the interstate with this little mess. Found this on the interstate. I don't know if it's copied from an actual city design, but the guy who created it calls it the industrial coffee filter. And what it does is separate your industrial trucks from your residential traffic, rather than having everything come up to the roundabout and then siphon off. We have exit ramps, and this is a conglomeration of mostly one-way streets. They come into the coffee filter and they travel, we'll just call this west, to this road, do their business. They can come back, cycle through if they have other business, or they can get back out and go on the interstate. Meanwhile, we have commercial areas down here. People can go shopping on their way home from work, and they can cycle through, go back up to the roundabout, and get over to the residential section. And also over here we have another commercial area that can be serviced by the industrial trucks delivering goods, again without having to bother residential traffic. So now our main road here and our roundabout is primarily residential traffic, and garbage trucks are really the only trucks that need to access any of that. We now have a problem. As you can see, all these little lightning bolts. We are running out of electricity, and of course I've blown my budget building all this, bulldozing, getting rid of stuff. And I've also added walking trails. Anything you can do to cut down on traffic is good. I've added walking trails to connect the industrial and commercial sectors to the residential sector, and people will walk up to about a mile. You can see they're also riding bicycles, but these walking paths are getting a good bit of traffic. They connect, you can cross the street, come across, do your business, and walk back home. We have them down here, and they appear to be a moderately good success. When I have the money, I'm going to build walking ramps coming up and going over the street, because your walking traffic will block traffic, your foot traffic, as they cross the streets. So I will be adding ramps going up and over the main highway here. But back to our electric problems. I've totally maxed out my budget for electricity. Still not enough. What I need is a new power plant, and I have no money, so I hate to do it, but I am going to have to take out a loan. A new coal power plant costs $19,000. So I will have to take out the $20,000 loan at 5% interest, which is going to cost us $403.85 a week. We take the loan, which I kind of hate to do. I mean, I have built cities without ever having to take out the loan. But yeah, I ended up spending way too much money bulldozing stuff. I created too much industry at the beginning, or too many roads to handle industry, and that didn't quite work out the way I wanted. So we are going to put our new power plant, we're going to put it right here. We should then be able to turn our budget back down a little bit, since we will have 2 plants. Come on, get online. Okay, now as you can see, our electricity availability is way back up there. So we can go to our budget, turn it back down. We are now spending about $1,000 a week on electricity. I might have turned it down a little too much. I want to give them a little cushion. I think I'll also, while I'm here, turn up our water budget a little bit. We're starting to get marginal. There we go. We want to keep them nice and in the green there. So we now have $3,000. We are having a big demand for industry. Also, since our last episode, I have created an industrial zone. Looking at our natural resources, we have forestry land over here. And the more of your own resources you can create, you get more tax money if you are creating the resources than you get from importing them. So we want to encourage our own resource production. With that in mind, I'm going to build an extension which will include a one-way road this way. I didn't quite catch how many units that was, but we want a one-way road coming back this way, so we will reverse it. With a two-way road connecting them. We then zone this industrial, and we're going to zone all of that industrial. And as you can see, most of it extends into our forestry zone, and they are immediately starting to build forestry-based industry. Now I will not have to import wood, paper, other products such as that. And our next goal, see, we don't really have any other resources around here. I would like to produce my own oil. That will require purchasing some other land. It looks like we have a little oil down here, and there's bound to be some somewhere on the map. Ah, yes, it looks like we have huge amounts of oil somewhere, but we just can't get to them. Now, I also have, since our last episode, been able to purchase another block of land. I got this one mainly because I want to expand my residence down here, although it's mostly water, so it didn't do me a whole lot of good. I mean, this one would probably be a better choice. But now that I can purchase another section, I think I'm going to go with this section up here, mainly because my sewage output, this little brown patch, is poop, basically. But I want to move that further out of town. I cannot buy it at the moment. It costs $7,300. I have $3,526. So we will return to the game. And at this point we are just waiting to Oh, what's this? Garbage pickup? What are they complaining about? We have water and sewage. Now we need schools. Why are they complaining about garbage? My landfill usage appears to only be 21%. What are they complaining about? Is that garbage? Garbage is piling up. Oh, come on. Anyways, the plan is build residence across here and eventually turn all this area into industrial with a commercial barrier between the industry and the residents, and fill all this up with residential areas. My industry I'm going to bring down here. Now, a big problem, and again, it doesn't show you until, see, I can't get shipping at the moment, so it doesn't show me where my shipping lane is, but you have to build your ports in a place that can access your shipping lanes. Kind of odd, really, because no matter where you build the port, if it's on the water, it can get to the shipping lane. But in this game, you have to be in a direct line of sight to the pre-made shipping lane that the map offers you. And again, we can't, it's probably out here somewhere. This appears to be the coast, so our shipping lane, who knows? But if you can build your industry with a port, it saves a lot of truck traffic. And again, this game is 90% traffic management. Probably not the way I would go if I was building the game, but anybody can Monday morning quarterback. But anyways, that about wraps it up for this episode. It's just a quick episode. I will be continuing to expand my industry into here. Let's take one last look at our natural resources. Yeah, see, I really have nothing. We have ore over here. I'll be building a mining sector up here once I get those areas purchased. And I will probably be doing more forestry up here. And along here I'm going to do residential, and I will probably eventually, once I can get our sewage out of here, if I can get it up here to where it'll be sucked out into the ocean, that would be ideal. But I would like to start working on a tourist area, maybe beach resort kind of things, and you know, some nightlife, some little entertainment for my people. But that's kind of that's a bit far away at the moment. But looks like we have a little money. We have a modest profit in our taxes of $194 a week. Let us go ahead and add a little section to the industrial coffee filter here, which is modular. It is designed in a way that you can add to it. Let's see. Okay, because we do want more forestry, we will add to there. We bring a one-way road up there. We'll do another one-way road up there. And we zone this industrial. We'll give it that much for now. What the heck, let's go ahead. And there we have added. We can also expand it sideways, and we will be bringing, once we turn this industrial, all this residential area, we will be adding offshoots to these off-ramps and on-ramps to kind of make a mirror image of this filter, again, to keep all the truck traffic out of our residential areas and try not to tie up the streets too much. At the moment, it seems to be working very good. My population is only 3,981, but virtually no traffic issues. Over here, it's a little busy, but certainly no traffic jams, so we are doing very good. I was having, with my original roundabout, I was getting some severe traffic issues, bottlenecks. They were just, it was a mess. But anyways, I'm going to continue the expansion. We're on fire, and back down negative. I really don't have enough fire. Yeah, see, they have no fire protection at all. I have one fire department. I put it in the residential area. And we got fires going on over here. And if you don't provide a fire department, yeah, it'll let you know real quick you need one. Also, one police station with not really enough coverage. Have one high school and one elementary school, which are both overcrowded. So far this city is not all that successful. I have done better. I did kind of overspend on industry before it was really needed, which meant I didn't have enough money to expand residential areas, which I did need. But that's kind of the way it goes when you're building a city. You never really know what's going to happen until you do it. And there are no real right things to do. Every action has a negative consequence, and you kind of pick and choose and hope for the best. Just like real life, I suppose. But anyways, that's it for this episode. My city is thriving. Come watch it grow into a grand metropolis. My last city got to 438,000 population before it was rendered inoperative by the game update. This one I'm going to try to get to 500,000 and have a city that I really like the design and layout of. Wish me luck. It probably will not happen. But stay tuned for our next episode, probably come up in a few days. I may be doing a episode or two of Portal between now and then. That should be fun. But stay tuned for our next episode.